In this video, I'm going to take you through a home ab workout. I'm going to talk through the workout just before we jump into it. So we have 5 total exercises, 2 supersets, and a straight set. We have a dead bug, which is 3 sets of 8 per side, and then a hip tap, 3 sets of 8 per side. Then we go into, so 3 sets of a superset. Then we go into the elevated leg crunch, 3 times 10, and then plank with alternating arms, 3 times 10 as well. We do that 3 times, superset, and then we have 3 sets of the lying leg raise on the floor. So this is an ab workout. I wouldn't do this after a leg day or after an upper body day. This is too much volume for your abs. This could be like, if you do 5 days at the gym, if you want to work out on your 6th or 7th day, even though they're your rest day, you could do this perfectly fine. Let's get into it. First of all, in this follow along ab workout, we're going to be doing a dead bug, 3 times 8 per side. So we're going to get on our back like this, arms up and legs up like this, like a dead bug. And we're going to do 8 reps per side. 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Here we go. So coming down, opposite hands. 1, keeping your chin down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we swap. 1, 2, keep your chin down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And because these are supersetted straight away with hip taps, we're going to go straight in. So with the hip tap, we're in a push-up position, and instead of doing the push-up, we're going to touch our hips. Feet nice and wide so we have a stable base, and we go 1, 2. We want to keep our hips as still as possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only halfway because that's 8 per side. That's 10, 11, 12. We're going to finish on 16 total. 14, 15, and 16. Now, we have 1 minute rest in between. That's starting on my watch now. So, I'm just going to talk through the hip tap. When your feet are wider, like this, you're more stable. If your feet are close, and I try and touch my hips, I'm going to fall like this. But if I have my feet wide, I stay. Feet close, I start rolling. So if you're advanced, you can bring your feet in slightly closer. But if you're not advanced and you're just learning, there's no shame in keeping your feet nice and wide like this. That's completely fine. That doesn't mean you look weird. It's just what you have to do to get started. And then as you get more advanced, maybe you can go closer like this. But I don't see the need to do that. I like to have quite a wide stable base because the main goal is that you're not rotating your hips. All right, that's 1 minute. Jumping back into the dead bug for our second set. Here we go. 8 per side, right arm, left leg. And we're off. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. That's 4, 5, keep your head up. 6, 7, 8, and swapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, arm and leg straight. 7, arm and leg straight. 8. Alright, going straight into hip taps. No rest in these supersets. 16 total, 8 per side. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how my hips aren't twisting? Just like that. I think that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So it looks kind of like I'm doing nothing, but the hip taps are really challenging. So if I do a couple of bad reps, it's gonna make me look like I'm doing this. You see how I'm twisting my hips? This is what we don't want. What we do want is squeezing our butt, tucking our abs under, and trying to hold that position and tapping without moving. See how I'm not moving? That lights my lights my core on fire when I'm not trying to rotate. And with core strength, this is something called anti-rotational core strength. So that ultimately just means your core or your abs are stopping you from rotating because you're staying nice and still. And there's a heap of ab exercises that are anti-rotational, but this is a great example of one that you can do at home that requires no equipment. So we got one more set, dead bug, 3 sets of 8, hip tap, 3 sets of 8, and then we're moving on to our next superset. So that's 60 seconds up, last set. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sorry, I was meant to do 8. I'll do 10 on this side. 1, got carried away. 2, chinned out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more because stuffed up the first one. 9, 10. All right. Now jumping into hip taps. 8 per side. Here we go. 1, 2. Notice how I'm not rushing. 3, 4. It's nice and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2 more. 15, 16. Oh, all right, that's our first set done. Now, we're going to do an elevated leg crunch, which is pretty simple. It's just a crunch on the floor with our legs elevated. And then we have a plank with alternating arms. So what we're going to do is reach out for something. So I'll just use the couch, but what you can do if you're at the gym or if you're at home, I actually prefer to use a water bottle. Actually, I might get one. So just while the rest is, I'll grab a bottle. This one just happens to have my initials on it. So I like to actually reach out to it and touch it. So that makes it feel like I'm doing it for a reason, as opposed to just reaching out into nothingness. It makes it a bit more exciting. And I play a game with myself. I try and touch it without making it fall over, because as you get tired, sometimes you kind of just start swinging, and then you're just kind of hitting the ball over and losing control. All right, we're into the elevated leg crunch first. So 3 sets of 10. Our legs are up and crossed. Now what we're doing is just coming up. That's 1. We don't need to try and come up that high. We're literally just trying to roll up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Now we're straight into the plank with reaching arms. So I'm going to put that here. I'm going to get into a plank and just kind of find my distance. There we go. 10 per side, so 20 total. And we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Touching the bottle. 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're not making it fall over. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and rest period. My abs are very sore already. So with the plank with alternating arms, we're trying once again not to rotate our hips like this every time. So it's the same principle as the hip tap. We're keeping the plank with alternating arms really solid. We don't want to be reaching like this. This is weak. That's weak core strength. We want to stay nice and steady and stay nice and focused and strong, reaching out front. If you want, you can reach out to the floor, but I actually like reaching to the top of the bottle because it's harder. So my mind kind of plays games. As soon as I can find a way to make it harder, I like to do it, because if something's harder, it's often better for you. So that's the kind of games that I sort of like to play in my head. So we're gonna get ready, 3 seconds, elevated leg crunch. Here we go. And breathing in, breathing out. Breathing out on your way up. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. Okay. Plank with reaching arms. Once again, not twisting. 1, 2, 3. Trying to stay as still as possible. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 more, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. All right, 1 more minute rest. And then we have our last set. Then we have 3 sets of lying leg raises. So what we're going to be doing with the elevated leg crunch is keeping our hands like this, like I was saying. We don't want to do, like I haven't said, but what I want to bring up, I don't like this. Some people do crunches and they're like this, but I feel like your arms get in the way. If your arms are here, you have a clear route to do your crunches. If you do this, I feel like it blocks it and it just makes it harder. Hands always behind your head. I feel like that's much easier. And also, if your neck does get sore from keeping it up, you can almost hold your neck with your hands. So these are just finer details that I would recommend for crunches to make it easier for you, because we're trying to work out our abs, not our neck. So if you're like, oh, my neck's sore, I can't do it, then you can do that to help prevent it. All right, last set, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. All right. Plank with reaching arms. Man, I really am sweating. Okay, here we go. 10 each side, 20 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay nice and stable. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. All right. Lying leg raises. These ones are quite simple. Come on, can't find it. Here we go. We're just going to be lying on our back and breathing out as we come up, breathing in on the way down. So we're just going to take a bit of a breather before we jump in. Some people like to put their hands like on their butt here, like this. I don't like to do that. I like to just keep my hands down, chin down, and legs up and down. So we're going to jump in. All right, 12 reps we're going for. And we're off. 1, keep your legs as straight as possible. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, 7, breathing in, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. All right. starting to feel it. Only 2 sets left and then we're done. I'm getting pretty tired. I might have some water actually. Have a drink if you want. We've only got 45 seconds left, 2 more sets and then we're done. If you feel like you can handle more reps, then you're welcome to do it. But if you can do more reps, I'd recommend doing it in this last exercise, the lying leg raise, because if you do it too early, then you might fatigue yourself. So pace yourself, and in this last one, if you can do more, then do more reps if you want. It's totally up to you. All right, we're going to be jumping in. And here we go, 12 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. All right, we got 1 more set and then we're done. What I do want to say is you might realize that my feet aren't touching the ground. And I feel like this is where people get really sore lower backs when they do this exercise. So when you're here and you're coming down, when you come here, you can probably see that, well, you can't really see, but my back sort of arches. Like there's like a little gap there where my feet come. But if I come just to here or there, I can keep my lower back against the floor. If I go here, it kind of makes me arch my back a little bit. And that's often where people get sore lower backs when they're doing ab exercises, because they're going too far. All we're trying to do is bring our legs up and down, and often this place from here to here is going to be your hip flexors bringing them up, and that's not your abs. Even though your hip flexors and your abs work in conjunction, they work together, we don't want to be doing excess hip flexor work if we don't need to. So I like to stop just before the floor. All right, we're in. Last set. Let's go. 12 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 more. Come on. 10, 11, and 12. There we go. So this is 6, 12, 15 sets of abs. As I said at the start of the video, that you can do on a rest day or on the back of say a smaller workout, but we don't need to do it after an entire big full body or upper lower day, because we've already done a big session. This is a lot of volume for your abs. I'd recommend just doing it on its own day, maybe on a rest day or a day where you just get high amount of steps. If you want to see more of this content, let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.